Gracias por invitarme. Desgraciadamente no hablo español, así que voy a continuar en inglés. I am the education director, and I'm going to tell you something about how we use creativity and design methods in education. These kids are very happy, as you see. They just completed a competition and they won. They made design solutions to the challenge called From Refugee to Citizen. And my point here is that when these kids can do a thing like that, they can solve a global challenge, then you can do the same. Index Design to Improve Life is a non-profit organization. We are based in Copenhagen, but we work all over the world. We are supporting basically the development of sustainable solutions to global challenges. And that's huge, of course. So in a minute, I will show you some examples of how that could be. I will tell you about what is Design to Improve Life. I will tell you how we work with design processes in education. And then at the very end, I will tell you a few personal good advice that I have experienced that you might need when you are going to do things like this, do design that improves people's lives. First of all, design is, in our eyes, supposed to be used to something that really matters. That means to us that if you're a designer, designing white teacups makes no sense anymore, because we have enough white teacups in the world already. What we want to do is to use design in a different way. Our definition of design is this one. Design is the human capacity to shape and make our environment in ways that satisfy our needs and give meaning to our lives. And in that way, design to improve life is no longer just a noun. Design is a verb. It's something you do. Index supports this development of sustainable solutions via design in different ways. One of the ways we do it is that we inspire people by doing talks, by doing exhibitions. We educate kids, decision makers, politicians, scientists, teachers, all kinds of people in our design methods. And then we engage people. We try to involve people, people with money and people with ideas. Sometimes it's a very good idea to combine these two. So we do acceleration programs for small startups, and we connect them to investors. And then we do the Index Award. And that might be interesting to you as well, because the Index Award is a very large award. Actually, it's the world's largest award when it comes to the prize. The prize is 500,000 euros, which is, I think, a lot of million pesos. The prize is handed out every second year, and it's only handed out to design that improves people's lives. So if you have a very, very good idea that actually solves a problem, then it could be nominated for Index Award. But if you are doing a white teacup, it would probably not win. The Index Award is attended by almost 2,000 people. We have between 1,000 and 2,000 nominations each time we hand it out, and the nominations come from almost 100 different countries. I will now show you the 5 winners of 2015, which is the last one we handed out. We're having a new one this September in 17. But from 15, we have 5 winners, and I'll just show you examples of what kind of design that can win this prize. This is the challenge that the first one I will show you is trying to solve. The challenge is of visually impaired people. And these people, a lot of them live in remote areas, in poor countries, and it's very hard to get diagnostic equipment out in these areas. So there is a guy who has invented what he calls peak retina, and that is a simple eye examination device that you put on a smartphone, and then you use the camera of the smartphone to diagnose the eye disease. And it is transmitted to a doctor who can sit and actually do the diagnosis. It's a very cheap way of doing it, and it the doctor doesn't have to be in these remote areas, neither does the equipment. Another challenge that somebody tried to solve, you might know this one, it is about food, producing enough food, and producing it in a sustainable way. This solution is made by a company in Singapore, and they made these vertical farming systems. You probably know some of them. It's a cheaper way of producing vegetables, and it's without transportation almost, because it can be produced in the middle of the cities, because you don't need land, you don't need earth, you can just do it in these vertical farming houses. Another challenge is that a lot of people in the poorer countries, they don't have enough money to, for instance, learn a second language. And it's well known that a second language can actually take you out of poverty. But Duolingo, that you probably know, has made a program you can use on your computer, on your iPhone, on your smartphone, on any device. And it is a cheap way of learning, or it's a free way of learning a new language. And it's easy, it's funny, because it's based on gaming principles. Another challenge is that we're not able to, and I'm sure you're using a lot of solar power here, right? You use a lot of solar power here? The challenge about solar power, or one of the challenges, is that you cannot store the solar energy. But Tesla has made a solution to that. They've made a home battery that can actually store all the energy from the daytime so they could use it at night, because that has always been a problem. And then the last one I will show you is about plastics in the ocean. It's also a well-known challenge. Plastic in the oceans is a huge threat to animals and to us as well. But there are several people trying to solve this problem, and one of them is a 17-year-old kid from Holland. He's very skilled, and he's actually made this one, Ocean Cleanup Array, which is a system to take up all the plastics from the oceans and bring it back on land and make it being reused in the industry. This is not only about getting good ideas. To get a really good idea that can be implemented, that can have impact in the world, to really do something that improves people's lives, you need to have some kind of a way of doing it. You need to have a method. And in Index, we have developed this method, and actually it builds on Umberto Maturana. You've probably met him Monday. It builds on his thought about autopoiesis. This is a Design to Improve Life compass. I'm going to show you a little video in a while about it. It consists of 4 phases, and it is a way of using design to develop these solutions. It is an innovation tool. It could also be a problem-solving tool, but it's based on design methods. We have these 4 phases: prepare, perceive, prototype, and produce. And I now will proudly present you a video which is in Spanish. So, please listen.
Improve Life, Diseño para mejorar la vida, es una organización danesa sin ánimo de lucro que aboga por un diseño que mejore la vida de las personas y que sea ambiental, social y económicamente sostenible. Hemos observado la manera en cómo los diseñadores enfrentan los desafíos globales e, inspirados en ello, hemos creado una forma para motivarle a hacer lo mismo. Son muchos los desafíos que enfrentar: educación, contaminación, salud, transporte, pobreza, ciudades superpobladas, y eso solo por mencionar algunos. Diseñar mejores soluciones es demasiado importante como para dejárselo solo a los diseñadores. Para diseñar soluciones atractivas y sostenibles, lo cual es muy divertido, necesitamos muchas personas creativas con muy variadas y diferentes habilidades. Algunas personas creen que el pensamiento de diseño provee las habilidades que necesitamos. En Index Design to Improve Life, insistimos en que el pensamiento de diseño no es suficiente. Necesitamos un diseño sostenible y centrado en las personas para mejorar su vida en todas las profesiones y áreas de la vida. Aquí está el Design to Improve Life Compass, la brújula de diseño para mejorar la vida. Le guiará a través de un proceso que resulte en soluciones de diseño para mejorar la vida, que pueden ser tangibles o intangibles. Un producto, un proceso, un sistema o un servicio. La brújula incluye 4 fases: preparar, percibir, prototipar y producir. En cada fase hay 3 acciones y una sesión de resumen. Cada acción está soportada por varias técnicas, con el usuario siempre en el foco de todo. Durante el proceso, el progreso se evalúa respecto a 3 parámetros: Form, Impact and Context. Forma, impacto y contexto. Estos parámetros son usados por Index para evaluar el diseño para mejorar la vida. La forma se refiere a los materiales y superficies. El impacto al impacto positivo sobre la vida de las personas. Y el contexto al entorno donde se utilizará el diseño. En la fase de preparar, se obtiene una idea del proceso, se crean equipos de diseño interdisciplinares y se identifica el desafío que se quiere abordar. Los equipos de diseño deberían ser personas de diferentes disciplinas y con diferentes habilidades, pues esta es la vía más segura para conseguir grandes ideas y estimular la creatividad. Los equipos exploran diferentes desafíos a los que potencialmente dirigirse. Estos se estructuran y organizan según su relevancia, tanto para los usuarios finales como para el diseñador. La organización de los retos permite elegir el que se desea trabajar. Después de trabajar a través de todas las acciones, junto con los otros equipos de diseño, se reflexiona sobre los aprendizajes y resultados. En una actividad de resumen y seguimiento, se evalúa si se debería volver atrás y rehacer parte del trabajo. Para dar comienzo a la fase percibir, se identifica lo que se sabe, lo que se cree que sabe y lo que se necesita saber acerca del desafío. Fuentes y técnicas de investigación son usadas en esta fase, así como la identificación de los usuarios que se beneficiarán de la solución. Los resultados de la investigación generan la capacidad de combinar muchas ideas relevantes para el desafío. Ahora, analizar. Después se transforma el desafío en una tarea concreta. La fase de percibir concluye con un plan que consta de una descripción del desafío, el usuario, la tarea precisa y el conocimiento relevante adquirido. Este plan es la base del trabajo y es bastante importante, ya que impedirá desviarse del camino. En la fase de prototipar, se modelan las ideas de soluciones del diseño para mejorar la vida que se desean crear. Durante la acción de desarrollo, se revisa la solución mediante la consulta a los usuarios personas, se mata la musa, se deja ir a los favoritos y se prueba. Esculpir, modelar, dibujar, cortar, plegar y pegar. Se da forma a la idea del diseño en un prototipo sencillo y se prueba en la vida real. Se prueba para verificar si el boceto del diseño es relevante para el desafío, si funciona para el usuario y si cumple las expectativas relacionadas en cuanto a los parámetros de forma, impacto y contexto. Probar dará información valiosa sobre el diseño y por suerte siempre se puede volver a fases anteriores y comenzar a generar nuevas ideas si se estuviera en el camino equivocado. Finalmente, la fase de producir es cuando se planifica la producción e implementación del diseño. Y después, se presenta el diseño y se obtiene realimentación del público elegido. En la acción recopilar, se ordena todo el material. Se decide qué incluir y qué eliminar para así contar la mejor historia del diseño para mejorar la vida. Al comunicar el diseño para mejorar la vida, el foco se centra en la forma, el impacto y el contexto, así como en la sostenibilidad social, ambiental y económica del diseño. Durante el resumen final, se evalúa el proceso, se reflexiona, se obtiene realimentación ida y vuelta y se celebra que se ha sido capaz de diseñar mejores soluciones para las personas. En Index Design to Improve Life, abogamos por el poder del diseño para mejorar la vida de las personas. Nos encantaría que se uniera. Ahora, a divertir.
Thank you. I hope you understood what she did. As far as I could hear, she was speaking very fast, right? Okay. This method is applicable to all different kinds of challenges, and it's usable for anyone. These first graders, they're only 6 to 8 years old. They have followed this compass with their teacher and tried to develop these solutions. We have, in Denmark, we have educated more than 1,000 teachers and 8,000 kids with this method. And we actually tried to do what is a very funny experiment. We asked all of the kids at the same time to address the same problem. and they came out with more than 1,000 different solutions. And their local government is now going to implement some of the kids' solutions in the schools and in their society. And that's why these kids are very, very proud. I just want to tell you a few personal experiences on what is a very good idea to do when you want to solve problems like this. Because the kind of problems that we're talking about are huge global challenges, which means that it's not that simple. Of course, you cannot make a child solve an entire global challenge. That's not possible. We're talking about wicked problems, which you probably know all about. Wicked problems cannot be solved by only one solution. You have to have multiple solutions, and you have to have a really good way of working to be systematic and to gather people from all kinds of society with all kinds of competences to be part of your solutions. But these are a few good advice that I have collected during my time as an educator and as an entrepreneur. Thinking is not enough. You have to get started. Sometimes people tend to talk for too long. You have to create a great team. You have to ensemble people around you that know something about different subjects in life, and maybe put in a joker, somebody who you don't really expect to be part of a solution, but maybe he or she could be actually the one who got the brightest idea. Is there anyone here who is a designer? Designers? No? Engineers? Physicists? Biologists? Yeah, okay. Yes. You should try sometime to take a designer into your group, into your team when you're trying to really develop something new, something special. Because designers have special methods and they have special ideas on what to do. They come with a different perspective, and that could be a good idea. So make a great team of people with different skills. It's very important that you don't do solutions with people that are the same and think the same as you, do the same as you. Okay? Another one is, don't waste your time not analyzing the context. You know, when you make a solution, whenever you make a solution, somebody has to use it. And that person or that society or this part of the world that is going to use your solution, you have to make a proper analysis of that, because if you don't, you won't get anything done. It will not be implemented, it will not be efficient. So don't waste your time not analyzing the context in which your solution is supposed to be used. Then there's another very important one, keep asking why. Because things can be funny, and you all know people who get so occupied with little details that they run away with it and they forget to ask, why are we actually doing this? So keep asking why. That will take you to the center of the problem and make you really find a solution that can be implemented. Keep asking why. And then you have to be in a place where it's okay to make mistakes. Maybe not even okay. Maybe you have to make a high five each time you make a mistake. Say, yeah, I made a mistake. Because that could be a very good idea, because without mistakes you won't get anywhere. And then one of the last ones here, be patient. You need to invest time to involve people. It's not enough that you sit down a group of experts and do your solutions and do your stuff, do your inventions, work on solutions. You have to involve people around it. You have to involve people at a very early stage, people that are going to use your solution or going to be around it in any way. Yes? And then the last thing I want to say, change is possible. We see it all the time. Go out and tell the good stories. Tell the good news. Is there something we need in this world today? It's good news. Thank you.